G'day and welcome guys to what is effectively my first YouTube video, other than a highlight of course. For all of you that are new to the channel, I'm sure it's actually everyone because I have 0 subscribers at this point in time. My name's DobbyM8 and welcome to M&L Gaming. Today I want to be talking about real quick just about the CC program. I get a lot of questions about what you actually get, what the rules are, how to apply, and just what the CC program is all about. Obviously, there's a caveat that I can't talk about everything, and one of those points will be about an NDA or a non-disclosure agreement that is effectively in place. And unlike typical NDAs, it's not a signed document. I haven't signed anything, so I guess that's a good place to start. Then, actually, no, we'll start from the start about where and how to enter the CC program. Well, first of all, we are taking out the North Carolina. I'm not a Unicum player. I definitely think I'm getting a lot better. I think when I'm playing and when I'm streaming is typically when I'm playing in World of Warships. I tend to get a little bit distracted. But yes, so my journey, guys, started off, I kind of noticed that there was no real, other than Major Rage, who unfortunately didn't really have the viewership that he really deserves. There was no real representation on the Asian server. I started on the Asian server back in maybe 2017. Had a bit of a hiatus, stopped playing due to playing World of Warship Legends. Came back to a Steam client being open. Then I realized there was actually other servers than the Asian server where I started off by default, thanks to the Wargaming client. As a result, my Steam created a secondary account, and that was on NA, and I had to do a bit of research to find out how to get back onto the Asian server. So once that was worked out, I got back into streaming, and I kind of started streaming around about May 2020, just at the peak of the kind of COVID crisis in Australia, and I thought it was a good opportunity to be able to kind of raise some money, some awareness, and hopefully give some comical relief to people suffering around the world. But I digress. I'm on a bit of a tangent. I realised that there was this thing called CC program, the community contributors. Effectively, when I first read that, I thought that was a synonym or an acronym for cruisers, and everyone was just announcing what sort of gameplay they did while streaming. But no, that is not the case. So I decided, and I found out, and I contacted the program after getting a number of viewers, thanks to a few raids, and kind of get my name out there. I grinded pretty hard. I streamed every night for about 4 hours, done a bunch of giveaways, and then I applied for the CC program, and I was denied. So you can apply via the forums for the CC program, or at least that's how it used to be. I'll put the links up in the description legends about how you can actually apply there. But effectively, it was just a regular questionnaire. Who are you? What's your links? What's your average viewership? What do you stand for? Why do you want to be a part of this program? And I didn't hear anything for about 2 months. Nothing. Then I found out I was declined. I found out I was declined due to effectively not really being a prominent name or a streamer, and also that bit of inconsistency. So it was at that point that I actually found out they weren't recruiting for Asia. So what I did was I actually said to them that, look, I want to stay and I want to stick with the Asian server. I really do want to stick with the Asian server. But I don't really want to be forced to go to NA because that's where the numbers are, and I want to represent the people. So after reapplying, I didn't hear anything again. And then I got a random message from Madame Sale, who said, "Congratulations, you accepted the CC program. And they would love to have me on board." So that was by applying for the forum, and basically by being a pest. Just trying to understand, contacting herself, Apafodder, and the community majors in the Asian region. Also, I believe it was probably about the same time that Major Rage put in a good word, and I also did King of the Sea. So the combination of King of the Sea, Major putting in a good word for me, and I guess me just being a squeaky wheel and getting the oil, they kind of paid attention. So, I mean, the onboarding was pretty easy. Basically, it was, here's a document. There is a document. I'm not going to send it out or anything. I'm not going to talk too much about it. It basically just talks about the rules about being a community contributor, what you can and can't do. The rules have changed vastly. it's more so like a professional agreement, like a two-way street. And yeah, so you can see people ask me right now about King of the Sea on the side here. I'll answer them after this. But yeah, it's a bit of a professional agreement about what you shouldn't do, and the premise behind it is effectively CCs aren't a paid employee. The agreement is basically there is no real signature at all. It's just a please don't stuff up, and I think it's more so like a single warning for a minor stuff up, and then a removal for a major. But yeah, so they sent me the document, I read through it all, and then they basically onboard you with a press account, and you get invited to a Discord channel. In the Discord channel, you effectively talk about some stuff that's under NDA, you provide feedback. There's a feedback channel for NDA staff and non-NDA staff. You go through tests and trials and tribulations of new ships coming out, and you provide feedback as well as the super testers. And then you get codes to give away each month, depending on your numbers, depending on which level of a CC you are. That's all based upon viewerships and clicks and potential revenue, I suppose. I guess for everyone's awareness, I mean, it's almost like CCs are effectively a advertisement medium. There are some rules, and that's why people have been moved out due to just, I guess, positivity, not being too negative or anything like that. And that's what it's all about, really, is... Don't know why that's tapping me off. That's what it's all about, really. It's just about being real and being a nice person and treating others with respect. And they're not looking for Unicum players. I mean, in my mind, it's very hard to be a Unicum player and a good streamer at the same time. I mean, evidently enough by this. And props to the guys like Flamu and Flambas and Jingles and Wookie who can just do that. Unfortunately, I'm not quite at that level yet. But nonetheless, yeah, they're not looking for that. They're just looking for potential, right? So what I'll say for anyone who does want to become a streamer is just try your hardest. Be very regimented in your approach. If you want to become a CC, you have to be committed. Wargaming has to see value in giving you free stuff, and in order for you to promote the game. That's effectively what it's about. Don't be toxic, but don't get too rigid in that you can't speak your mind. It's not... I think a big misconception is that people believe that CCs are effectively... Let's get around... Yeah, there we go. CCs are effectively paid to be quiet. Now, that's not the case at all. The case is more that, you've got to realize, Legends, that there are people behind the development team. There's artists, there's people that pull their heart and soul in this game. And at the end of the day, there's a management team that directs them into doing these choices or making these choices. And typically, yeah, they're based upon a financial backing. Like they need to make money in order to produce more, to pay more, and that's how business works. So they really don't want anyone negatively impacting their potential revenue. So that's not official or anything. That's not anything that's in a document, but that's just me being a realist and me coming from kind of more of a methodical business mentality. So I think that's one thing to take into account. If they want people to criticize things, there was the reason why CCs can no longer give out, also show ships before they're actually announced by Wargaming is due to, I guess, over-criticism or over-hype of ships before they've officially gone through their last stage of testing. As such, I think that kind of was seen as an area where maybe Wargaming appeared to be ripping people up, which wasn't really the case. I think it was more so just timings, right? Like the ships weren't fully public yet, and people thought they were great, and there were still some adjustments to make them balanced. But yeah, that's just another thing. I mean, beyond that, guys, there's no, you don't get higher favoritism in game, or there's no adjustments in RNG or anything like that. So, I mean, if you're really looking forward to just basically making awesome content and being able to give some free stuff away, I mean, again, you do get CC containers, sub camos per month. You do get any premium ships. One question people ask is, what do you get? I mean, it shouldn't be, first of all, if someone asks me that, I'd normally say, well, mate, you're going about this the wrong way to start off with. You shouldn't be thinking about what am I going to get out of this? You should be thinking, well, what am I going to be able to give the community from this? If you go in with that mentality, you're going to make the CC program easy as pie. So, if you're going with that, then it should be good. But as far as what you actually do get, because it is still a question and something that I think needs to be answered, effectively what you get as far as ships is concerned and premium content is you basically get all the premium content. So when I say all the premium content, that's only stuff that can be purchased via doubloons. Or anything you can think of that's basically a good opportunity for wargaming to promote that. So, for example, this North Carolina King Kong camo, yeah, I just logged on and got it now because I've actually been sick over the last few days. I'm still sick, so I haven't really played and I've been off work. So, just logged on and got this. Any new premium ships, you'll get that. You don't get a God account to start off with that has every premium ship from the dawn of time. No, it's only from the point that you become a CC. That is when you actually start accruing any more items. You don't get stuff with coal or with steel. That's all out of the picture. This is a horrendous game as well, but that's okay. You don't get anything like that. You don't get any tech tree or any tech tree ships like that. Even the new ones, typically. You might get some of the new, I guess, the preview ships that they currently have in the dockyard. You typically get some of those, but beyond that, no. You do get a quantity of community contributor containers or community contributor flags rather. Sorry, not flags. What am I talking about? Camouflages per month, which will just be credited to your account. And then again, you get those codes to give away to the community. There are some rules with those codes, obviously. I've been a naughty boy of late and got in trouble for some with the King of the Sea ones. But it's pretty much the same premise. Basically, you just have to be able to give them out. That's what it is. You can't sell them. Got to be selective. You can't be selective, rather. Just give them out. And, yeah, use them effectively. But beyond that, every now and then you do get an opportunity to give away some ships. You do get to give away a certain amount of ships per month. Well, depending if they're new, but that's all based upon if you can actually develop a video and promote that. So, for example, new ship coming out, if I was given the opportunity, I could make a video, Wargaming would approve that, and I could give one away. Likewise, you get anniversary giveaways, where they're a quantity based on doubloons. They used to be based upon a monetary value, but obviously that changes per region. So they've since changed that to be based upon a doubloon quantity. So you get anniversary giveaways. You also get giveaways depending on what milestones you hit. So typically those are based upon viewership. So for example, I think it's 1k, 5k, and 10k, and then I believe 100k might be the next one. I'm not too sure off the top of my head right now. But they really help you out with that. And basically your point of contact will be the community manager for your region. For me, it's a little bit different. For Major and I, it's a little bit different. Because we sit on the Asian server, at the moment, Wargaming doesn't have a great English representation in those regions. So I typically deal with the same people that the NA and the EU CCs deal with. You know, Mr. Conway. Oh, there we go. Eating spaghetti and never forgetty. That was a pretty bad move there. Only 50k, horrendous. But my whole team's fallen on this side here. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, Mr. Conway, Madam Sal, Shone, he's the one who kind of does all the liaison and the engagement. He's a really top bloke. But at the end of the day, these guys are just they're just management team, and they're just making sure the boat keeps on moving along the water effectively. So yeah, I mean, they get a lot of flack and they get a lot of hate, but truthfully, it's not them. There's Wargaming's a big wheel, and it does keep on spinning. And I think sometimes just decisions are made with poor foresight. But there is a plan. They do have a plan. But yeah, I deal with them. They deal with me, and they probably get annoyed by me. But that's pretty much it, legends. Just wanted to give a quick oversight. If anyone wants to become a CC, has any questions, wants some advice about any tips, there we go. Look, I was bad, but I wasn't that bad. Wants any tips, just jump into Discord, legends. Jump into the stream. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I mean, I think the one key is that this isn't a solo person doing this. It's a band of brothers and sisters together. It's community contributor team. It shouldn't be individualized. So I'm more than happy to help out anyone. The better we can make the community in general, not just the wargaming community, the Warships community, just gamers and people in general. Yeah, the better the world would be in my mind. So I'm more than happy to help you out. Just send me a message. you know where to find the Discord, twitch.tv/DobbyM8. You can find the Discord link there, or you can find it in the description below. Legends, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be fantastic. It's completely free on YouTube. This is one of my first videos, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it's been somewhat informative, albeit with the crappy gameplay. Cheers, Legends. We'll see you on the flip side. I've been DobbyM8. Have a fantastic day. Take care.